Apple's latest flagship, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, is almost here, and it's redefining what a smartphone can be. With its sleek design, advanced tech, and some jaw-dropping features, this is more than just an upgrade, it's a game changer. We expect Apple's new iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max to significantly enhance the iPhone charging experience. With reports pointing to much quicker charging rates, both phones might constitute a watershed moment in iPhone history, almost matching the charging capabilities of Samsung's major competitor. We live in a fast-paced world that we engage with mostly via our cell phones. That is why the frequent need to recharge may be a bothersome annoyance. That is presumably why, during the last half-decade, phone makers have placed a strong emphasis on charging technologies, enabling consumers to swiftly charge their devices and resume their regular activities. The irony is that prominent manufacturers, such as Apple and its competitor Samsung, do not provide the fastest charging phones on the market. Instead, firms like OnePlus, Xiaomi, Oppo, and others are capitalizing on the surge of innovation in that category. So before we start referring to the alleged rapid charging rates of the new Pro iPhones as game-changing, it's critical to note that we're only talking about them within Apple's walled garden. So we've established that one of the most intriguing speculations about the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max is the possibility of quicker charging, both wired and wireless, via MagSafe accessories. More particularly, the speculations suggest 40-watt wired fast charging, which is a significant boost above the 27-watt charging given by previous generation iPhone 15 Pro models. Additionally, the MagSafe wireless charging speed is predicted to increase from 15 watt to 20 watt. Consider the new statistics in percentages to get a clearer picture of how much improvement they represent. In other words, power intake increased by 48.1% via cable and 33% via MagSafe charging. These quicker charging rates have the potential to transform how people interact with their iPhones. Of course, this is assuming they purchase one of the new Pro models. With the option to charge their iPhones significantly faster, Pro customers will spend less time attached to a power outlet and more time enjoying their phones. This is great for busy people who need their devices ready when they are. Let's imagine you're on a lengthy trek or traveling. Now, if you have a power bank capable of supporting 40 watt of wired or 20 watt of wireless charging, you can quickly charge your iPhone 16 Pro or 16 Pro Max and return the bulky external battery to your bag. Beyond higher charging rates, the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max are expected to have greater battery capacity. This is a positive development since it might lead to greater battery life, particularly for heavy users. Here are the numbers. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has already provided two replies. First, Gurman said on X that the bright colors on the invitation are a clear nod to the new Siri UI for Apple Intelligence, which will obviously be available on all new iPhone models, and a key selling point. This makes sense. One of the most anticipated updates to iOS 18 is a full overhaul and upgrading of Siri. When you call the name of the virtual assistant in iOS 18 on models compatible with Apple Intelligence, Siri appears as a glowing edge all around the display rather than a little greenish glowing ball at the base of the iPhone screen. It looks excellent and utilizes the same colors provided on the Apple invitation. While you may try this on an iPhone 15 Pro in the public beta of iOS 18.1, it will be available on all future iPhones. Gurman also claims that there is another explanation, since Glow is the codename of macOS Sequoia. All indications are that the new macOS will be launched concurrently with, or around the same time as, iOS 18, which will be revealed during the event. According to Gurman, this connotation is unintended. It's worth noting that macOS versions often follow iOS and iPadOS updates by a few weeks. Gurman may be correct, but I believe macOS Sequoia will be released with iOS 18.1, but we'll see. Gurman is correct, however, that the software's release date will be disclosed at the keynote. Beyond the glow time issue, a recent source suggests that one aspect of the impending program will change this year: the day when pre-orders will be available. According to German website Mesokoff, the iPhone 16 series will go on pre-sale on Thursday, September 12, rather than Friday, September 13 this year. It's unclear what the reasoning behind this is. We can rule out superstition for releasing on Friday the 13th. Apple has often said that company is not superstitious, even naming a phone the iPhone 13 to demonstrate this. And the fact that the keynote is a day sooner than many anticipated is hardly compelling. But I believe there is one reason to trust the site. Last year, you could choose the iPhone you wanted online the day before pre-orders started. It worked like this. You could choose the iPhone you wanted until 9 p.m. Pacific the night before, then save it to your online shopping bag, ready to hit the purchase button when pre-orders began. This was a clever technique to skip the queue. I would anticipate Apple to do the same thing this year. This implies that pre-orders will still start on Friday, September 13, but you may prepare the night before. Aside from that, the iPhone's rollout follows a well-defined procedure, starting with Apple announcing the event and ending with iPhones in users' hands. The pre-order date is typically consistent. It usually falls on Friday, 1 week before the on-sale date, the week after the keynote. This year it will be Friday, September 15. The schedule is subject to vary, but last year it began at 5 a.m. Pacific, which is 8 a.m. Eastern, and 1 p.m. in the United Kingdom. The iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max would have thinner bezels than their predecessors, with one even claiming that the iPhone 16 Pro Max may have the slimmest bezels of any phone, measuring just 1.15 millimeters. And now, thanks to a leaked comparison photograph, we have a fair idea of how much impact this may have. Apple leaked a photograph on X that shows a close-up look of the bezels of the iPhone 15 Pro Max compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. As seen in the picture, the previous phone has 1.55 millimeters bezels, and this source confirms an earlier claim that the iPhone 16 Pro Max would have 1.15 millimeters bezels. Without a picture, it was difficult to determine if it would make much of a difference, but now you can see that the reported iPhone 16 Pro Max bezels are considerably thinner. This alleged reduction may have two objectives. For starters, it would undoubtedly make the iPhone 16 Pro Max seem more luxurious and contemporary than its predecessor, which would be particularly appealing if the iPhone 16 Pro Max is more expensive than the iPhone 15 Pro Max. However, decreasing the bezels might help guarantee that the iPhone 16 Pro Max isn't much larger in the hand than the iPhone 15 Pro Max, despite speculations of a larger 6.9-inch screen. Of course, neither the bezel reduction nor the screen size increase have been verified yet, and will not be until Apple announces the phone on September 9. But enough sources have predicted both changes, so we're sure they'll happen. The cameras are generally one of the most intriguing elements of each new iPhone, and this is especially true with the Pro and Pro Max variants. These smartphones are often among the greatest camera phones money can buy, with better sensors and lenses than the basic and Plus variants. This is likely to be the case with the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. While we don't know anything for definite about these forthcoming phones, and won't until they're introduced, most likely in September, we have heard plenty of leaks and speculations that give us a fair sense of what to anticipate from their camera setups. Below, we've discussed our camera projections for the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. We've highlighted all of the options, assuming the rumors are legitimate, but we've also supplied an informed opinion as to what we expect from the iPhone 16 Pro cameras advancements over the iPhone 15 Pro. The first of them is said to be a new ultra-wide camera, with various sources claiming that the iPhone 16 Pro would include a 48-megapixel sensor instead of the 12 megapixels one used by its predecessor. This might be a significant upgrade since it has higher megapixels and a bigger 1/2.6-inch sensor. The second big update that has been suggested multiple times is a 5x telephoto camera instead of the iPhone 15 Pro's 3x1. This is less thrilling, however, since it's believed to have the same 5x camera as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, a 12 megapixels /2.8. We're very optimistic that both of these updates will take place, given how often they've been discussed, although we're a little less certain about whether the primary sensor will change. Overall, if the rumors are accurate, these modifications might make Apple's smaller Pro model a more popular option than its immediate predecessor, which is why some photographers are contemplating upgrading to the iPhone 16 Pro rather than the Pro Max. There is currently no indication that the iPhone 16 Pro Max's selfie camera will be updated from its current 12 megapixels model, and the telephoto camera is likewise unlikely to be enhanced. However, several early reports suggested that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will have a super telephoto camera, extending the zoom capability from the existing 5x to 10x or more. However, we haven't heard any current chatter about that specific change, so we doubt it will happen. So there you have it, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is here, and it's nothing short of spectacular. If you're ready to embrace the future of smartphones, this is the device to get. Let me know in the comments if you're excited about the new iPhone or if you have any questions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our latest tech reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.